Well, there are actually quite a lot happening in Norway now on the ICO side. So I'm working with one company. We're gonna the AKJ. I can actually say what it is now. It's been a bit of a secret until now. So AKJ is gonna issue a token this summer. We have Friend Corporation who's issuing a token pretty soon. We have White Rabbit who issuing a token right now, more or less. So there are some companies in Norway as well coming into the space. The thing is, with the regulation, that's why utility tokens kind of started, and that's what took off, because it was easy for the regulators. You could claim it was just basically access to software or API key, or you could say that this doesn't fall within any regulation at all. So that's why that boomed. But then we have built up this stack, which have some water, which your company is just a part of, an example of that. It's coming more and more help for these startups to launch even security tokens. But otherwise, that's tricky, and that's the project I'm involved with now. It's like many hours of sitting with top lawyers around the world, discussing, in this we're gonna go to this jurisdiction, but then we have this law, and then we can't open a bank account here because the bank doesn't really want to have anything with crypto to do. So for banking, we need to go to Liechtenstein, but for some other reason, we need to go to Switzerland, and then we need to go to the BVIs. So it's a bit of a mess. But things are falling into place, and I see the projects that are now launching that's going to make this easier and easier. So I think for next year, or for this year, it is already next year, did you know? Yeah, it's gonna be a lot better, and it's gonna work, and maybe you want to fill in there, but your projects are already shown that this is the wave.
You guys had a lot of stage time, so I need to jump in here. First of all, do not wait for regulation. Regulation moves incredibly slow, especially here in Norway. So I'm going to challenge a little bit and say, just go do it and see. The likelihood of them coming after you for this small amount of money is very slim to none. Reminds me of convertible notes in America. This isn't really like a vehicle that makes sense, but if the market adopts it and uses it, becomes a standard, then that becomes a standard too. On that point,